All right, what's going on, my friends? We're in National City in southern San Diego, and if you saw my X post, I'm going to try something a little bit different using the help of ChatGPT 4.0. Now, I've given my friendly AI assistant here the nickname Quark, and we're going to use them to try to find a challenging course for FSD. I've wanted to do this for a little while, and I think it might be a fun way to find other challenging routes using the power of AI. And it might be a way to even speed up the process of finding sort of a gauntlet replacement once I am in Florida. If you didn't catch the news, quick update there. We have officially closed on the house. So we've got energy and water and all that scheduled to turn on. We've got the internet scheduled to be set up the Monday after we arrive. A lot of good things happening, and it's really just the last 2 weeks of sort of waiting for the physical move. Packing and closing out some final things here, and we'll be on our way. Now, my thought process here, and I haven't done this yet, I haven't even tried this yet, so you get to experience this with me in this video for the first time, is I'm just gonna ask Quark to basically create a route for me based on kind of where we are in the general area now, which we're on Highland Avenue in between East 7th and East 6th Street. So, yeah, why don't we just dive in and see what happens? Hey, how's it going, Quark? I want to use your brilliant mind to generate a tough route for full self-driving. Think you can help me out with that?
Absolutely. I'd love to help with that. What kind of challenges are you looking to include in the route? Are you focusing on specific driving conditions, complex intersections, or maybe a mix of urban and rural settings?
So I want to outline a few parameters. We're on Tesla's full self-driving supervised version 12.3.6, and I want to do a pretty even split between city and highway on a route that's about 5 to 10 kilometers long, starting around where I am now on Highland Avenue and East 6th Street in National City, San Diego.
Great. Let's create a challenging yet realistic route for the Tesla FSD. Starting from Highland Avenue and East 6th Street in National City, San Diego, here's a suggested route. 1. Start at Highland Avenue and East 6th Street. 2. Head north on Highland Avenue. 3. Take a left onto East Division Street. 4. Follow East Division Street to the I-5 North on-ramp. 5. Merge onto I-5 North. 6. Exit at Civic Center Drive. 7. Turn right onto Civic Center Drive. 8. Head east on Civic Center Drive. 9. Turn right onto National City Boulevard. 10. Follow National City Boulevard south back to Highland Avenue. 11. Continue south on Highland Avenue to return to the starting point at East 6th Street. This route includes city driving with turns and intersections, highway merging and exiting, and a mix of traffic conditions. It should provide a thorough test of the FSD capabilities. How does that sound?
This sounds pretty cool. To make it simpler for me to put it into my navigation, can you give me a start and end destination address, or maybe a couple of waypoints in between to make this route possible?
Here's a simplified version with specific addresses. 1. Start. Intersection of Highland Avenue and East 6th Street, National City, San Diego, CA. 2. Waypoint 1. 901 East Division Street, National City, San Diego, CA. 3. Waypoint 2. I-5 North on-ramp at 901 East Division Street, National City, San Diego, CA. 4. Waypoint 3. Exit at Civic Center Drive, National City, San Diego, CA. 5. Waypoint 4. 200 Civic Center Drive, National City, San Diego, CA. 6. Waypoint 5. Turn onto National City Boulevard, National City, San Diego, CA. 7. End section of Highland Avenue and East 6th Street, National City, San Diego, CA. You can input these addresses into your navigation to follow the route. Let me know if you need any adjustments.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that and report back to you.
Sounds good. I look forward to hearing how it goes. Safe driving, Kaz.
Okay, so this is interesting. We were given several addresses and such, and this is what's cool. You know, not a sponsor or anything. You know, I know people have their opinions on OpenAI and everything, so I'm gonna ignore all that, and I'm just using this because it's fun and enjoyable, and it's an AI assistant that can actually talk and go back and forth. So yeah, I mean, feel free to put your comments in the video, YouTube, X, all the opinions. Let me know what you think. I am totally cool with that. For the sake of this, though, we're gonna go ahead and look at the transcribed version of this conversation, which is what's really cool, because you can have this back and forth verbally, but it's also on your app. And disclosure, I am paying the $20, like $19 a month for this, because I find value in it. And now we're gonna see how this actually translates into testing FSD. We might also be able to simplify this once we have the waypoints in, to bring it down from 7. But let's see what happens here. Okay, so we were only given 2 addresses on top of our current location here. So I might actually have to drag and drop based on what Quark was telling us. And then we can figure out more efficient ways to do this. Okay, so I've got the points put in based on what was suggested by Quark. However, the intention was to actually take this 5 stretch south. So I'm going to make a slight adjustment to make that happen. What we're going to have to do is set an extra destination in here that we're going to have to likely cut short. Or instead of the parking area, we'll try this Anchor's Catering conference spot. We don't care about closing time. But we are going to switch that to being in between. Now, will this put us... Haha! Cool! Yes! Now we have a weird sort of highway loop factored in there. And given we're using the waypoints for this, what we'll have to do is just delete them as we start to get close. That way we don't take that right turn. Or, for fun, we can take the right turn and then just kind of see how the system copes with trying to turn around and go the other way. Which, that sounds like chaos, which sounds like exactly what I like to do with FSD. Alright, we have a clearing here, cameras are recording, FSD activating in chill mode. And we're gonna see what happens, guys. We'll kind of follow our route on the side here, and I'll edit as we go. Really weird lane delineations here. Since we started facing south and Quark wanted us to go north, we're gonna turn around and go the other way first. And again, this is sort of the first debut of this style. This cloth sucks for getting fingerprints off compared to some of the other microfibers that I've used, by the way. Really frustrating. But I want to use this full view here, which is nice. Okay, for these longer lights, I'll sort of skip to where we're getting the green. But I don't want to have too many cuts because I want you to really be able to see what fully happens with this. So in getting more familiar with using Quark, I've learned ways to, kind of better dictate what I want to happen. So now trying to use this with FSD, I think will help us figure out a better way to maybe word it or how we want to structure the request. That way we get better waypoint efficiency, better addresses to plug in. This guy, oh, I see. Because this guy's crossing, or girl, sorry, whatever. Middle of the road here. Kind of dangerous. Here we go. So we are cruising along. Our first waypoint should be the one on 901 Division Street, which was the first point that Quark gave us. We got a yield here. Kind of creeping forward, hitting the brakes again. There's no one behind us, so we're not slowing anyone down. But see, this is some of the behavior that I think is a little frustrating. Like, we should just sort of proceed. I know it's trying to make sure that it sees that we're clear and all. If there were people behind us, I likely would have had to have given some throttle there to move us along. Unless you would rather get honked at. What are you doing? Oh. Interesting sort of wide berth there. I thought they were going to flip a U-ey or something. Alright, check in to make sure we're clear, because there's no stop on the cross traffic, which you got to be careful with around here especially. This person's right in the middle of the road. Come on, guys. Let's use our brains a little bit. That's what sidewalks are for. Of course, FSD is the right thing to be around when that's happening, because it's very good with pedestrian safety. Alright, yeah, I can't really see too much of what's going on with the way these cars are parked. I'm really just trying to let the system handle all of this. We're cutting in pretty tight here, but we're turning around. Okay, cool. We got this. We got this. We're cruising along. Haven't done too many videos in the National City or Chula Vista areas. So make sure my cameras are still recording. Okay, so far so good. Oh, we got someone pulling out rather quick. I don't blame him for that. You got to fight for your ability to get moving. That was a pretty good interaction. Good braking and everything. And as you're getting ideas, put them in the comments for me. Let me know what you think. This is definitely a new style for me doing this. And I think it's fun and nerdy and a cool way to expand the challenge scope and maybe find some hard areas. We might be able to ask for Quark to be able to look into areas that are notoriously difficult for people, different intersections, challenging spots to drive based on maybe accident records and such. Kind of like in both lanes right now, which I don't like. Can this person get past us? Yeah. I mean, are we really though? Is my eyes? Now we're like kind of on the line, and it looks like Mew wants to get over really awkwardly. What was up with you? Okay, bud? Just shaking the yoke. All right. We're proceeding. Oh, and as in the the description or the thumbnail, I like to let you know what version we're on. We're still on version 12.3.6. We haven't gotten any of the new updates. Okay, so as we come up to this waypoint, this is where you need to go in and delete. And until you hit done, it won't acknowledge it. So we've completed the turn, or completed the maneuver. So now I'll delete, which should take us to the next one. Kind of pulling over to the right to get out of the way here. And then now we should continue. I kind of like that it's defaulting to pull off the road when there's no navigation. That was really cool. We'll see how we handle this, because we've got a very, very strange, tight U-turn maneuver coming up on Palm Avenue. So this is the added chaos bit that I like to factor in to make things more challenging. Because how are you going to really be able to grasp the extent of something's capabilities without really challenging it? This is also the first time to see how long this takes. That's why I said 5 to 10 kilometers, because depending on how you break down city streets versus highway, that can be a long video or a short video. So we'll see how this pans out. Now, we have a keep clear spot and a turn lane. And I think that was pretty good. Pretty good. We'll see how we handle this, because we're coming up on what's going to be our U-turn scenario up here. Let's go back to our full screen mode. And we'll see. I don't know that we can actually do a U-turn right here. I might have to intervene, because it might be where this guy is, which if that's the case, it's fine. They're doing a U-turn as well. Ooh, this would be interesting. All right, Mew. We have a break here. We can do it. You just got to get in and get it. Get in and get it. Okay, we're waiting. Person behind us. We're kind of in a good spot where people can get around, and we can time this scenario. After this Toyota coming up, we are clear to launch. Okay, cool. Still recording. All right, buddy. No throttle action, guys. This is all Mew. Oh, we are not U-turning. We have decided to go into the neighborhood. Okay, so now we're looking for our reroute, and there it is. Thank you for paying attention, lady. Cool. Good, good. Okay, so now we've got an interesting course here. We're going to carry on to the right. Looks like there's a bit of traffic over here by the military base, so we'll see how that ends up being. Yeah, this is a detour I didn't expect, but I'm cool with it, man. Back to full screen. Looking for debris in the road, because this area is pretty dirty. It's kind of cool. All right. I'll be looking forward to doing this once I am in Florida, and hopefully being able to do this live with Mugen XS. That'll be a lot of fun, because we'll just figure out the hard routes and react in real time and be able to interact with the audience, which I think will be a lot of fun. I don't know how frequently we'll do that yet. Still recording. We'll make sure it's once or twice a month, I think. Maybe more if time allows. I don't want to over-promise and under-deliver here. But I definitely would like to hijack him for, at least maybe once every 2 weeks at first to have fun doing a live stream. Because we'll probably do some game streaming as well. But I want to make sure I can really enjoy the FSD live streams. Are we going to make it through? Because we're cruising kind of slow. We got 3 seconds until we get the solid there. And there we go. We made it. And we are cruising on over. Good controlled speed, weird braking behavior there. I wonder why. Let me know if you guys have any idea. It might just be the lack of lane delineation and just all the street parked cars and such. But so far, nothing too damning. We're doing pretty good. Well, nothing damning at all. Just to be clear, it's executing really well. And it looks like our next destination is about 5 minutes away. So this might be a bit of a longer video. I'll probably put chapter breakdowns to get through, the waypoints part and how I structure this. But this could be, I don't know. I've got a good feeling this will be some fun. I'd like to do another unguided adventure before I head to Florida, and more downtown shuffles and some other stuff. And ooh, kind of close to. Okay, not as close as I thought. All right. Oh, I know this spot. This is sort of the roller coaster little area. At least that's how it kind of seems. So you go up, down. If you go too fast, it gets wild. God, this Jeep is being a total jerk all over this Mustang. Then again, I don't know the full story. Mustang might have did something to piss off the Jeep. Mustangs do that. Kind of like BMW drivers. But Jeep Wranglers tend to piss people off too. I mean, it's humans, guys. I'm just having some fun. Oh boy. We got to be able to laugh at ourselves. It's okay. All right, we got a couple of stop signs coming up. This is actually a very typically congested area, dealing with entrances to the 5 and such. It is 12:35 in the afternoon, so healthy amount of traffic. It shouldn't be like insane, like rush hour or early morning stuff. I think FSD is going to let her cross. Very good. Apologies. Hopefully, I'll blur that out for you guys. Good Lord. Did not need to see that. At least, unlike the unfortunate live stream incident with the homeless gentleman, that I can blur because this is a normal video. And we're in the... Oh, are we in a turning lane? Is that a 2-lane spot up there? See, I don't even know right now. We're sort of proceeding. Mew's taking his chance. We're going. Okay, I'm guessing this is a single lane, and that was technically a turn lane, so not the best. I don't even know. Let me know what y'all think. I don't want to send a false report. I mean, this area is kind of crazy and not really labeled all that well. After this Chevy to our left, we need to proceed, which already leading into it, which I love. That's amazing. Oh boy. I just realized where we are, and ooh. I almost thought I had to get on the brakes there because we sort of lurched forward a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this because that's an entrance to the military base. I didn't realize that's what it was. Anchors Catering. I should have guessed on that. Actually, this is the entrance that's really close to the on-base auto shop where I used to work on that black Camaro that I posted on X recently as a throwback to my military days. And me being the smart young man I was, buying a Project Camaro that barely ran before I had a reliable daily driver. It is what it is. I don't like the direction this is suddenly wanting us to go non-highway, so I'm going to choose this other one. There we go. That's the sort of loop-de-loop we wanted. So we're going to be heading towards the military gate, but the entrance to the 5 is right next to it. It's actually a really fun highway entrance when it's not too crowded. I've definitely enjoyed accelerating on this one in the past quite a bit. In the Camaro, and the Mini Cooper, and the Mew a few times. If this takes too long, we'll kind of skip through the red. I don't want to linger here too bad. Okay, we are on the move. Hopefully we catch this green. If not, I'll probably just skip ahead to the next. Yeah, we're not going to catch this green. So once we come to a stop at the red, I'll just jump to it turning green for y'all. Wow, it is insane over here. I mean, par for the course. This was one of the main entrances to get on to the military base, you know, when you're coming from the 5 South. And they would shift the gate entrances. Sometimes it was this gate, sometimes it was a gate kind of in the middle of this road. I'm talking during the red light, so let's just get through this. All right, that light's turning yellow, so we should be coming up next. There we go. All right, Mew. Is it just me, or did the turn signal just turn back on once we started turning? I just noticed the sound. So yeah, so here's the military entrance, and then here's the 5 entrance, so it's just right next to it. Alrighty. Carrying on to our next waypoint. I guess I could just have Quark handle the downtown shuffle waypoint selections. That could be a fun way to do it. It also helps too that with the Tesla navigation and the waypoint use, you can just like drop a pin wherever you want to connect. So that is pretty cool. Early on, the waypoints were actually really annoying to use because I don't know, the system didn't really, like you had to, what was it? You had to hit continue or go into park and then back into drive, and sometimes the routes wouldn't load up properly or they would get jumbled. The user experience, the user interface has gotten a lot better. I really enjoy using the waypoints to create routing scenarios that are a bit more interesting. I mean, it's always nice to kind of have the best processes, no process mentality, and just have, you know, a start and end point and a crazy route. Like the Friar's Challenge, it's kind of like the best example of that. Ooh, that's his yield. Don't fully stop here. There we go. Okay, cool. Not too bad. But yeah, I mean, if you have to add a few more, that's not too crazy. Illegal U-turn, but FSD handled that really well. Now we're coming off the highway and back into National City. And we're taking this right. Okay, cool. So not one of the main streets, or one of the more busy streets, but kind of sort of a back road. So far, this isn't challenging enough. Wait, did I lose? Dang it. All right, is he trying to cross in front of us? All right. Sure. FSD's handling it incredibly, though. All right, I'm gonna turn this back on. Okay, cool. So sorry for that lapse in audio. We'll see if this is able to handle the rest of the video. It's saying that it's getting pretty hot, and I don't want to drown out the audio with the sound of my fan trying to blow air on the GoPro. I am gonna research a better camera that at least is, you know, better at maybe not overheating. It's unfortunate we got the direct sun coming right at it, and it's more often than not it's okay, except for the weird way they'll stop. That's a pretty okay, not as bad as I was thinking. And we pulled over a lot earlier than I would have expected. The stop's supposed to be at the end of the street here, and I'm chatting, and FSD is trying to find a spot to park, which is kind of cool. But we're going to continue on to 605 Highland now. I mean, really dope. It's actually stopping in between the two driveways, which is kind of cool. No one behind us, so now our navigation should continue kind of a wild way back to the original intersection. So really dope. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Getting back to the fact that FSD is performing really well. Yeah, this camera is just too hot. Darn it. All right, so the audio for the last bit of this is going to be pretty lame. I mean, not too bad, I guess, because it's really just my audio coming through. Okay, there we go. Picked up a little speed. All right, that guy was like coming at me over toward the line. You can rewind to see what I'm talking about. That is just an asshole move. Ah, humans are the worst. I'm looking forward to getting out of this state. Not that it's going to be all that much better in Florida, but, okay, this guy's inching forward. Man, impatience. I'm also very much for probably an unpopular opinion, which is making it a lot more restrictive to get a driver's license. Like increasing the amount of skill you need to demonstrate, the competence you need to demonstrate, maybe having something more akin to the on-the-job training that you see with truck drivers that have to have 120 hours with an instructor. It doesn't necessarily have to be that much, but I feel like we need to raise the standard of what we allow to have a driver's license. Because right now we hand them out like hotcakes, and I'm sure that, you know, well over 50% of the people on the road shouldn't be. That might sound harsh. It's my opinion. Yeah, this camera got pretty hot. All right, you know, I'm gonna try blasting cool air. No, it's not as loud as I expected. At least we're coming up towards the end of this little test. And from the standpoint of FSD, I feel like it's completely killed this on all fronts. I mean, we'll probably have to stumble across some of the more challenging spots that'll arise from using this sort of tactic, which is still fun. I think this is an interesting way to do it, to try things that I haven't tried before. But 12.3.6 is doing a really good job, though, just executing all the maneuvers and getting to the waypoints that I have placed. A bit longer of a video, so I still think that maybe shortening to 2 or 3 waypoints might be the sweet spot to keep it around 10 to 15 minutes long. I'm not sure how long this video will actually be at the end. Maybe it won't be that bad. All right, we're trying again with the cabin-facing camera with some air blowing at it, so hopefully it's a little bit cooler. We'll see if it works. My main microphone's obviously plugged into that. I'm really glad that my forward cam has stayed on this whole time, you know. Knock on particle board. It's when this one turns off randomly that confuses me. We're coming up to some of our last maneuvers. You know what? I won't count my chickens before they hatch, so to speak, because sometimes the simple stuff can randomly trip up the system and it can do some weird things. But I definitely want to hear everyone's opinions on this sort of testing mindset and thought process with using ChatGPT, who I've nicknamed Quark, to help generate challenging routes and different ways to test the system. I definitely want to do it some more and kind of fine-tune the process. Okay, it looks like we might be coming into a little bit of construction up here, but we're going to be turning right soon. I think before we hit it anyway, which is cool because, you know, this video needs to get wrapped up and we can do some more in the future. I got to get back to work and keep saving up for this move across the country. And here is our final right turn. And I think we're going to be crossing the main busy street, so that'll be our final little test. Cool. Cabin cameras holding. Forward camera's good. Kind of soul. What the hell? My brain just broke. Kind of cool to see some of these houses like this on some of these back roads and such. Okay, yeah, we got a main street here. This is Highland Avenue where we started, actually just to the right of these building structures here. So we've made a loop, and we'll see how the system crosses this path. This might be where I actually help, because the waypoint's like right there. So I don't know if there might be some conflicting. Oh, we got a car behind us now. Plus this guy's turning. This just became an annoying scenario. I don't want to give up though. I don't want to give up. Okay, there we go. We're leaning in. We're leaning in. Okay. Okay. All right, we made it. I was close to taking over, just out of convenience and irritation. And I'll just take over to not stop right on this point here. But cool. I mean, that was fun. I enjoyed seeing how this would work out with the first time ever trying it. And of course, FSD totally killed it. I mean, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I might have missed anything. Of course, I'll catch it in editing. But it seems like aside from maybe some very minorly weird behavior, it executed well. I didn't have to disengage at any point. There was the sort of leaving the stop sign, what might have been a turn lane, going straight through that crazy sort of intersection by the underpass. But let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this video up for y'all today. Catch you in the next one.